And now this is Mark chapter 14, verse 12. I'm going to read through to verse 21. On the first day of unleavened bread, when the Passover lamb was being sacrificed, his disciples say to him, Where do you want us to go and prepare for you to eat the Passover? And he sent two of his disciples and said to them, Go into the city, and a man will meet you carrying a pitcher of water. Follow him. And where he enters, say to the owner of the house, The teacher says, Where is my guest room in which I may eat the Passover with my disciples? And he himself will show you a large upper room, furnished and ready. Prepare for us there. The disciples went out and came to the city and found it just as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover. When it was evening, he comes with the 12, and as they were reclining at the table and eating, Jesus said, Truly, I say to you, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me. And they began to be grieved and to say to him one by one, Surely not I. And he said to them, It is one of the 12, one who dips with me in the bowl. For the Son of Man is to go just as it's written of him. But woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been good for that man if he had not been born. Just a little aside here is the Lord Jesus sends these two disciples and they follow the man and they find this room. And it says that they prepared the Passover. These two men prepared the Passover for the 12. Now, we assume that it was the 12 who were there. I don't know, perhaps it was others too. Some of the women who had come, who were part of their group. I think it probably would have been part of that group too, who went and found the upper room and were there with the Lord Jesus. Because when the Lord Jesus says, one of you is going to betray me, he says, it's one of the 12. So immediately I think I would have narrowed it down to those 12. One of them was going to betray him. In fact, in a way, they all betrayed him. They all left. They all left, ran scared after he'd been crucified. But he was speaking really of Judas Iscariot. The Son of Man is to go just as it is written of him. But woe to that man whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been good for that man if he'd not been born. It would have been good for Judas Iscariot if he'd never been born. It's tragic. I think there is a tragedy here. First of all, the disciples didn't understand what was in their own hearts, that they could run away, they could betray the Lord Jesus, they could run away from him. And then Jesus saying that there's one who will betray me, who will never seek forgiveness, who will never seek the cleansing of the blood that he has shed, and he will be the son of perdition. It would be better for him if he'd never been born, because he had never found the forgiveness that is in the Lord Jesus. And perhaps that's true, you know, people who hear the gospel and reject the Lord Jesus. Perhaps the Lord Jesus would say it'd be better for them if they'd never been born, because they have betrayed and treated as nothing the sacrifice of the Lord Jesus and what he did for them. It'd been better for them if they'd never been born, because they're going to go to the place where there is unquenchable fire, where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth, where the fire never goes out, the worm never dies, because they have rejected the one that God has sent. What a terrible thing that is, and how we, every man, woman and child, needs to come to the Lord Jesus and ask for his forgiveness and his cleansing for all that we've done, so that we can know that we are forgiven and that we are going to be with the Lord for eternity.